1. Hello guys, welcome back. We're about to get the game started as it is going to be game number 3. Impulse versus Curse. Impulse going big, Golden Boy, winning game number 2, just 6-5 with our final score, but they could have closed it out 6-2 if they really wanted it.
Yeah, they could have, but that just shows the talent of the Curse squad. They just were not able to come back completely. Impulse able to keep their cool, and now they're going to be sitting on a good position here, 2-0 in this best of 5. That is where I would want to be if I'm going up against a team like Curse. And now it's going to be Raid CTF, and I don't know, they're feeling pretty hot right now.
Well, here we go. Let's kick it off with Impulse Assault in 3, 2, 1. Of course, Assault, he was pulling out the MLG last game, kind of just being that support player, knowing his role on B side, or A side. Now we're going to see what he does on Raid. Pulling out that M8, wants to do some early battling with the player in front kitchen, and will win it, get some help as well. Looking at the mini-map here, Impulse, they're going to push 3 through the middle, only sending one guy on ringside, and the flag already being pulled by FaZe. What a fantastic start, and history is getting the cutoffs.
So long as the cutoffs are made, now they got to get this kill here on Apathy. If they get the kill at the circle, they will be able to do some damage and put a flag cap in with pretty much the round just starting here. And he is not able to, so we are going to be sitting at a little bit of a standoff, which I like to see from time to time. It's not bad.
Yeah, I'm liking it as well. Apathy actually carrying that flag. Had to switch up and come back to him. FaZe, he's going to be holding the flag on poolside as well. And Apathy, he's defending himself, but he's in a tough position. Has a player up in his laundry, that's History, who has not died yet in this game. FaZe, however, he's also taking some shots, and a great job. I believe Curse able to keep that flag alive. FaZe, he's taking some damage, and Assault is doing a fantastic job defending him back at the base. Both flags will be out. Who do you think is going to get this return first?
You know what? I think Curse might be able to. For some odd reason, they were able to defend that flag out by the circle so well. I'm very shocked by that because that is a hard area to hold down. And I do expect Kahuna to come up big here with 1 or 2 kills, but not enough to return this flag. But you know what? I could be wrong.
Let's see if Kahuna can go big. He's got 2 more players to beat around this corner. Smoke is down. The defensive strat being employed by Curse Gaming, and the cutoffs continue. Great protection as you're going to see FaZe, History, and Assault all protecting that flag back at the base. Now they send History to help out. He's cleaned up in kitchen. Going back to Kahuna. Kahuna gets one, but the flags are still alive. We'll see what our Curse squad can do. It's now Complex holding the bomb, back garden. The challengers, Apathy and Mutation. Mutation about to find 3 players here from Impulse. He's taken out first. Let's see what Apathy can do. He's going on the long flank.
Yeah, if you want someone who doesn't have the flag to be pushing after the enemy, you would want it to be Apathy, plain and simple. His SMG is just on point. He is going to take some shots, though, and somehow manages to avoid it. So if he could play this smart, he could take out this one player hanging back, but he was met with some glass, which ruined his entire approach there, by the way. So now he has to rethink the strategy.
The flag. Can he get the return? He cannot. FaZe staying alive, taking some fire. Mutation taking down History. Great defensive play from Curse. However, Impulse, they have another player behind enemy lines. It's Kahuna. Lets one run past him, takes down Fatalize. Now pulling out, Fatalizes AN94, gets another challenge in kitchen. Has one more player to beat. It is the flag carrier Mutation.
Yeah, and you know what, though? If it wasn't for him being stunned, Mutation would have gotten taken out, plain and simple. But now he, has to, again, rethink the strategy like we saw earlier with Apathy. It's like, hey, I have this approach here, but if this didn't happen, I would have been able to capitalize. And now they have to just go back to the drawing board once again.
All right, FaZe, he's 1 or 2 kills away from getting his score streaks. I think this is what you do to break this setup. Let FaZe get the next kill. Let him then use the Hellstorm once there's the player in position. Don't challenge as that player. Just wait for the score streaks to come in hand. However, the battles are now being won by Curse. FaZe forced to leave his top perch spot as you have Apathy as well as Fatalize pushing up very aggressively. Shots are going down from Fatalize. Apathy is cleaned up. Good defense still from both squads as Mutation and FaZe should be safe with these flags.
I'm looking for Fatalize to really shake things up here, by the way. He's pushed up the most out of anyone on Curse. He looks to be the one that's going to try and see if he can lure out 1 or 2 players. Because remember, this isn't like Hardpoint where you have an instant respawn. There is a delay there with the respawn. So they have to take advantage of that time that they have. And Fatalize was able to pick off 1 there on History. Maybe he can make his way back garage, but he has to take out this next player.
Assault is going to get one pop off, but he's hitting the body as well. The shots coming in now. Fatalize playing aggressive. The cutoffs are made by Impulse in the middle of the map, but let's see what Fatalize can do. He has 2 players protecting that flag. One directly on the other side of the wall. The flag carrier, of course, behind the blue van, and another player from Impulse inside the gym. FaZe will now get those
Look
score
at history.
streaks. History was in position, but Mutation defends himself. Both flags still alive, but score streaks are now available. Let's see if those come into play in round number 2, or will there be a clutch flag return? Complex is behind enemy lines.
Yeah, he could do it here. If Complex gets his kill in the back, he could return to flag, but I don't think that they're going to have enough time there. And yep, that is going to end that run. And we just had a standoff there for 5 minutes, Puckett. 0-0, looking pretty good here for Impulse, because that is what you want to do. You want to frustrate Curse as much as possible and control the pace of the game. They definitely did that there, because although Fatalize was pushing up a lot, Impulse, they still were stopping them every single time, and they never had an opportunity where they could have made a play, while Impulse on the other end could have actually stopped Mutation in the back of the flag numerous times.
FaZe is sitting at 4-0. Remember, they won their initial battles in the first round, grabbed the flag, brought it all the way back at their base. However, it was Apathy coming off the ringside spawn, pulling the flag, defending himself long enough to cause the stalemate. It was a 5-minute stalemate in round number 1, but already it looks like we're going to have Impulse pushing in on this cursed flag, as FaZe is going to earn his sentry gun, and now he should be pulling this poolside.
Yep, if he pulls a pull side, and he had the tac mask, but it was not enough. He does get taken out, but he is going to have a sentry gun now. That's going to open things up wonderfully for Impulse, because now they have defense in the back of the base. They don't necessarily need to worry about that. And with the way that Assault and Kahuna are playing, you don't really need to worry too. Well, actually, I should say Kahuna and History are playing. You don't need to worry too much about them creeping up on the base.
If there's one player to step up so far from Impulse, it's been Assault. Let's see where his stats are right now. Assault's at 5-2, 5-1 for FaZe. Kahuna 9-10, 10-12 is History, who is constantly spamming to try and get that flag return. So Impulse doing a solid job slaying, and I have to give so much credit to Assault. I said he's the player to step it up, but after looking at the stats, those simply told me that he is the support player on the team. He will do whatever it takes to win, and so far it was just stay alive and protect the flag in round number 1.
Yeah, and you saw that there were 3 down right there, and a player who was not heads up will simply just rush out there and try and pick off 1 or 2 kills and think like, oh, I have to clutch it right here. But no, he hung back over by the green, waited, and it paid off, and they were not able to pull the flag despite Curse having guys 3 down for Impulse.
Fatalize was on a 4-kill streak, immediately cleaned up. Meanwhile, there's a battle at the flag. Apathy pulling the Impulse flag. He's going to take this pull side, and we're also going to see it's not FaZe, it's Kahuna pulling the flag through the center for Impulse. Both flags are out once again. The stalemate begins. Apathy having a player on pool stairs about to challenge. Also players coming down from basketball court. Kahuna, he is completely safe over there at Laundry. Here comes the return. Can Complex get the flag return? He cannot. The defense is too strong, as it's going to be Assault actually going to get that and the score 1-0. Great plays from Impulse.
You know what? You said it before in the first round, Puckett. You said, can he utilize those score streaks to be able to take advantage and win and put one in there, put a fly cap in there for Impulse? And he did. FaZe was the clutch player there because he was able to get that lightning strike down, and it resulted in a victory for them. They're sitting pretty good with 2 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock.
And FaZe is pulling yet another flag. Everyone at his base, he says, screw it. If I'm behind enemy lines, I might as well run it. Smokes the pillars, and that's exactly where his challenger's coming from. The RC car destroyed as well, but the flag will be returned any second by Fatalize. There is the return. He gets shut down, though. It's going to be up to Apathy and Complex to try and get this flag out.
No, Apathy is going to get crushed there, and now is going to be 1 person left alive once again for Curse. That was Mutation. Fatalize off the respawn. Again, what I want to talk about is how you put pressure on another team. That is exactly what Impulse is doing here. They put pressure on Curse. They frustrate them. When you frustrate your enemy, period, you're going to be able to capitalize on a lot of situations. They're not letting up on this team, and because of that, they have been successful in this match.
No one from Curse able to get score streaks from what I've seen in this game. I think that's a difference maker. FaZe holding on to that flag, defending himself, getting the score streaks resulted in the first cap of this game, but no one on Curse able to really pull away. That flag instantly returned, and now History is going to get another kill in the middle of the map. just 60, make it 70 seconds left on the clock. Man, I don't know what Curse can do it, but they need to make moves right now.
They're not out of it just yet. 1 minute is plenty of time to make a play happen. I believe you can pull the flag from one end to the other in about 15 to 17 seconds if you have lightweight and extreme conditioning on, which it seems like 2 of the players on the Curse squad do have that. So I think that they can very well get in there. They just need to get themselves into a position. And I'm looking at Mutation to really step... Oh, never mind. I blanked on that one completely. I didn't see that.
Running this one in.
That's how ninja he was, dude.
Perfect. FaZe pulled that a good 20 seconds ago. Had the cover fire from History in the middle of the map. His teammates locked down Ring, which is where Curse spawned, and Curse doesn't even stay in the game. They recognize this is over. They cannot break the defense from Impulse, and it's just Apathy and Fatalize left in it, as you are going to see Mutation and Fatalize, or Mutation and, who am I missing? Someone dipping out.
Yeah, Mutation and Complex, as a matter of fact, are the ones who dipped out of there, and that doesn't speak very well to team chemistry, I can tell you that much. You don't want to see that happen, especially, and maybe they were just like, hey, you know, the game's over, screw it, might as well just leave, but, you know, you still got to be courteous and stay there until the end of the game. I said before, I'll say it again, I don't know how this Curse squad is going to function, and they kind of proved it to me there that they're not functioning very well. They have to go back to the drawing board on this one.
Woo! Impulse 3-0 Curse Gaming. Man, I don't know if that Mutation pickup is exactly what they needed, but I also don't think he was their biggest weakness. He had 2 great defends when he was carrying that flag back at the base, but Curse, they just look sloppy tonight, man. Their executions of strategies weren't there. They didn't push as a team. They tried to be individual heroes, and Impulse, although they're the lesser name in this battle, showed off better teamwork.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like Impulse played great Call of Duty, period. They played by the books COD. But for Curse Gaming, it was just one of those, like, they are not there yet. They're not meshing. Can this team be a force to be reckoned with? Yes, but just not right now. They have to work the kinks out just a little bit more, and I think they can do that with some more practice. They are going to be knocked out. I don't know if it's the loser's bracket or if they're knocked out, period, but they have to go back to the drawing board. Like I said before, have to go back to the drawing board.
Wow, I'm impressed, man. Impulse and TVA are 2 teams that we covered tonight, advancing to round number 2. We have more round number 2 matches as part of our spring championship bracket qualifier coverage. That kicks off tomorrow at 7 p.m. Also, I think I'm meeting up with Benson a little bit early tomorrow. We're going to pre-record a match, an EU battle, so you guys can check that out tomorrow, Wednesday at 7 p.m. The new goal, get you fresh matches every day at 7. Golden Boy, thank you for joining me tonight, and thank you all for tuning in right here on twitch.tv/MLGCOD and MajorLeagueGaming.com. I'm Chris Puckett, and we'll see you tomorrow.